Exercise 2.8, question number 3. Find the value of 1 plus sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10 whole thing divided by 1 plus sin pi by 10 minus I cos pi by 10 whole thing raised to the power of 10. You have to find out the value of this. So what I am going to do is, let me assume sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10 as the complex number z. So this is my first step. I am assuming z to be sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10. Now let me find out modulus of z. Modulus of z, how to find out? Square root of real number square. So sin square pi by 10 plus imaginary number square. What is our imaginary number? Cos pi by 10. So cos square pi by 10. We have learned in 10th standard sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So root 1 means 1. So we have found out that modulus of z is 1. We know a property. Modulus of z is nothing but z into z conjugate. So modulus of z is equal to 1 can be written as z into z conjugate is equal to 1. From this what we will have is z conjugate is equal to 1 by z. If I bring the z here, so it will become 1 by z. So I have proved that z conjugate is equal to 1 by z. If this is our z, then what will be z conjugate? I told you conjugate means for imaginary portion you have to change the sign. So our z conjugate is sin pi by 10 minus I cos pi by 10, that I am writing it as 1 by z. Now these two assumptions we have to substitute it in the given question. So in the given question we are having 1 plus, so I am writing 1 plus, instead of sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10, what I should write is z. And in the denominator 1 plus, instead of sin pi by 10 minus I cos pi by 10, what I should write? 1 by z. So I am writing here 1 by z. Whole thing raised to the power of 10. I hope you all understood this particular thing. So this is the most important step here. After you write in the denominator, I am going to take the LCM. So when I take the LCM, what I will have is z plus 1 by z. This full thing is our denominator. So I am going to simplify the numerator 1 plus z. Since denominator is in the form of fraction, I can write multiplication sign and write reciprocal. So instead of z plus 1 by z, I can write it as what? Z by z plus 1. So this 1 plus z and z plus 1 gets cancelled. Then we will have only z to the power 10. Now let me substitute the value of z. Actually what is our z? Sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10 to the power 10. Now we can't apply De Moivre's theorem. De Moivre's theorem, if we have to apply, we have to have cos as the first term, sin as the second term. That is, in short, it should be in polar form. But this is not in polar form, so I can't apply De Moivre's theorem. In order to make the De Moivre's theorem to be applicable, what I am going to do is, I am going to take this I as common. So I am taking I common means, first term what I will write? Cos pi by 10. Next what I should write? Minus I sin pi by 10. Why I should write minus I? Because I into I, when I do the multiplication, I will have I square. What is the value of I square? Minus. Minus into minus, I will have plus. Since I have here sin pi by 10, so compulsory I should write here minus I. This is also next important thing. Here also the many of the children in the examination you may go wrong. So remember, since I need plus sign, I have to write here minus I sin pi by 10. Whole thing to the power 10. Now I am splitting this bracket. So I can write this as I to the power 10 and this bracket cos pi by 10 minus I sin pi by 10 to the power 10. So I have removed the bracket and split the power to the two terms. Now let us see I power 10 value is what? I power 10 can be written as I to the power 8 into I to the power 2. Because 8 plus 2, 10 only, no? So I am splitting like this. There is another purpose also, because we know whenever it is a multiple of 4, I power value is 1. So I power 8 is 1 because 8 is a multiple of 4. So this value will become 1. Then what is remaining? I square. So what is the value of I square? Minus 1. So we get an answer for I power 10 as minus 1. That I have written here. Now in this bracket, now I can apply De Moivre's theorem. So let me apply the De Moivre's theorem. De Moivre's theorem means what? That power should be brought inside. So when I put the 10 here, 10 into pi by 10, what will happen? 10 get cancelled. So I will have cos pi minus I sin 10 into pi by 10. 10 cancel. We will have sin pi. Now this outside minus 1, let me write as it is. Cos pi. Cos pi means cos 180 degree. Cos 180 degree is how much? Minus 1. Sin 180 degree 0. So this will go off. Cos pi value alone we have to write, that is minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1, what we will have? Plus 1. So the value of the given question is plus 1. Again, it is also a 3-mark question.